Hello, everybody on YouTube. First of all, I want to make it very clear this is going to be by far the longest video that I have ever put out on YouTube. So I do want to thank you all very much for your time. The sole purpose of this video is to paint a much more greater picture and allow those of you that have any additional questions to comment on some of the past videos that I will be referencing. The first video that I would like to start off with is the review of the Homeowner and Suites in Rochester, Minnesota. For those of you that are staying in Rochester for medical purposes at the Mayo Clinic, this hotel is wonderful. You're not really, in my opinion, going to find a much more convenient property. You are going to be dealing with just a overall convenience, location. I mean, there's so many options available. You have a Walmart not that far down the road. You have a Holiday/Circle K literally within walking distance of the property. You have a restaurant that's right below your feet, or I should say right below. It's out the door and then over to the left. I mean, not over to the, yeah, it's over to the left-hand side. You're right across from the hospital. Now, in this hotel, you have storage space similar to like what my virtual background is here for any silverware, plates, etc., what have you, any groceries that you might be getting. Now, regarding groceries, it's usually something I kind of get when it comes to that. This hotel, you're not dealing with just a mini fridge. You're dealing with a fridge the size of what you have at home. I mean, this is a fully immersive fridge. And freezer. It's wonderful. You really are not going to, I think, find something like this closer to the Mayo Clinic. It is right across the street. You have a massive open floor plan at this property. You have a massive bathroom, and I literally mean massive. I will be linking the video, the original video that I did, in the description below, so you can watch that. I mean, this resort really does have it all. It is truly made for what I would say is extended stays in Rochester, because it really does have, I would truthfully say, all of the comforts of home in a hotel room. Now, the next thing that I would like to explain is the video regarding the Disney Lightning Lane service and the Disney's Magical Express. The Disney Lightning Lane service, for those of you that know, replaced the Disney Fast Pass service. Now, the way that this is particularly structured is, I'm just going to pick on two attractions here. You have Mission Space and Test Track, both of which are Lightning Lane eligible. You go on Mission Space using the Lightning Lane. And there's your Lightning Lane thing. Now, the Lightning Lane is good for 1 use per day. Now, I know that may seem a little confusing. What does that mean? Does that mean, oh, I've done Mission Space, I can't use a Lightning Lane at any other attraction, and the wait time is absolutely asinine? No, that's not the case. The Disney Lightning Lane is structured as follows. You can use a Lightning Lane to get on Mission Space the first time, but if you want to ride Mission Space again, you have to do the standby line. But if you want to go to Test Track, which is just about a quarter-mile walk or whatever, you also, from there, you can ride the Test Track using the Lightning Lane. It's not just, oh, I've used it on Mission Space, so I can't use it on any other attractions throughout the day. No, that is not at all the case. It is one singular use per day per eligible attraction. So you can ride Mission Space and Test Track multiple times a day, but only once can you use the landing lane. Now on to the Disney's Magical Express. In the past, this was a lovely amenity when flying into Orlando International Airport. The Disney Magical Express provided you in the past with complimentary to and from transportation from the Orlando International Airport to the Walt Disney World Resort, on which you were staying in. Now, if you were staying on Disney property, you had this option. A big if your hotel was owned and operated by the Walt Disney Travel Company. If you were staying at a Hilton, a Marriott, or a Holiday Inn on property, you didn't have this service. You may have been on property, but you were not staying at a Disney owned and operated resort. This service is gone. It was owned by Disney, however, maintained and managed by a company called Myers Transportation. Now, Myers Transportation has revised some of how they go about this. And the way that Myers has redone this is this wonderful new service called Myers Connect. Now, Myers Connect is structured as follows. Per child, one way, it's $13.50. Round trip, it's $27. Per adult, one way, it's $16. Per adult round trip, it's $32. Then that's their standard service. Now, their premium service is for up to 4 passengers, $200 round trip. If you have more than 4 passengers, it's an additional $55 per person. Now, all that being said, I want to make you all very much aware that these are not locked-in rates. These rates are currently subject to change without notice, and ISAH assume no liability of the rate increase or decrease within the rates contained within this video. I will also be linking the video surrounding this as well to the surrounding the statement. What I want all of you to do is, if you have any questions regarding any of these past videos that I put out, I do want you to list them in the comments of this video, because I finally figured out why you guys were not able to comment, and for that I truly am sorry. Now I want to get to the Holiday Inn, an IHG hotel in Fargo, North Dakota, located on 13th Avenue South. I stayed at this particular property over Christmas. Wonderful property. Friendly staff, all around. This hotel is not just made for a one-night stay. Years before I became a travel agent, I've been to wedding receptions at this hotel. They have the ample meeting space necessary to do so. And you have the ample space necessary. Mom and Dad, you have 2 bars, ultimately, within the hotel. One that is basically adjacent to the check-in counter, and one that's in the pool area, which I'll get to that here in a moment. For the kids, yes, you did hear me correctly. There is a pool at this property, so need not worry and think that I'm leaving you out of the equation. That's not me. This hotel does have a pool. This pool is wonderful. It does have slides, and it also does have a little tiny kiddie pool for you extremely little ones that look to partake in the swimming activities as well. But what I want to make, I want to notate a couple things here. I do not believe that this pool is heated, purely because when I was there in December, the pool was quite frigid. So I do not believe that this pool is heated. Now, I can't say that to be for certain, but that's just purely my own opinion. Now, I'm also going to be linking this video below as well in the description. So I want to make you all very much well aware that this is going to be, a lot of videos are going to be linked in this description. So I'm not exactly going to be, I'm going to be going into as much detail as I can. But if you do have any questions surrounding it, please do ask. Now for the teens, where you are shopping addicts, do not think I've left you out of the equation either. You have the West Acres Mall just across the street. So you can do all of your shopping to your heart's quite literal content. Per mom and dad's discretion, obviously. You have them all. You have so many things to do. For those of you that are workout individuals, fitness gurus, and what have you, there is a Planet Fitness about a quarter mile down the road, and its hours of operation I have listed in my December newsletter that I put out. And for those of you that would like a copy of that December newsletter, I will be listing my email and my contact information in the description of this video so that you have that as well. And I will be more than happy to send you a copy of that letter so that you could see all the information. You have ultimately multiple styles available for this room. But the one particular thing to really notate above all else is that you have a standard room that does not have breakfast included for two, and one that does. I strongly encourage you to get the breakfast for two, because that way you don't have to worry about it. And it's a very nice incentive. Very nice. I mean, you're really going to enjoy all of it. You have standard rooms. Now, one thing to notate, for those of you that watched my short video on the Holiday Inn in St. Cloud, it's either St. Cloud or Alexandria, can't exactly remember which, but where it had the pump action, like hair shampoo and conditioner and all that, and what have you. I want to let you all know that is not the case at this hotel. At this hotel, at this particular property, you do have the little travel size things. So if you're going to be there for longer, you need not worry. You do also have a Target not that far down the road from you. So you could get that done as well, should you need more. This hotel is truly perfect. It has something within distance for everybody in the family. I mean, it really is a truly one-of-a-kind, all-immersive experience. Now, I do want to obviously paint the portion, once again, surrounding my new website, which I'll make that kind of quick. That's going to be a quick one. My new website. For those of you that have been using me for a number of years now, you know that my first website was something that at first I was very proud of, but it wasn't working for you ultimately as the customer because I tested a couple of things on it myself as a customer and it wasn't working. So I designed a new one. This new website is still under austinbanktravel.com, but it was designed solely with all of you as the customer in mind. Now, this website constantly undergoes revisions. And I do welcome any and all feedback that some of you may have surrounding the site. I want to make that very clear. I want to make this website functional ultimately for you. So, now on to definitely the longest portion of this video. My service, frequently asked questions, and a relatively still new supplier within my portfolio. My service is to paint a much more comprehensive picture of the first YouTube video that I ever put out. And I would like to take the time to explain my services to you, obviously, all of you, obviously, in a much greater comprehensive picture. My name is Austin Frank. I'm the founder, president, and chief executive officer of Austin Bank Travel, a full-service travel agency located here in the heart of Grand Forks, North Dakota. I have been in business for the last 4 years now. I love what I do. I take every aspect of your trip into consideration. Every what-if scenario you could think of, whether that be cancellations, trip interruption, baggage issues, you name it. I run those scenarios for you in my head. Everything about your trip will be planned as if it is a military operation to ensure the highest level of quality. Now, some of you may be wondering regarding my experience in the travel and tourism industry. I specialize extensively, but not limited to the Walt Disney Travel Company, the Eastern and Western Caribbean travel market, small group travel, and corporate travel. So for those of you that may be wondering from the corporate perspective, okay, so what can this kid do for me? I don't know this kid. What can he do? Well, it's a very good question. What I could do is I could take so much time off of doing the flight bookings, hotels, car rentals, any conventions that you might want, any cruises that you might want, any transportation, anything like that. I can deal with that all for you in the background. The time that I could save you is that of a full-time employee. Yes, you did just hear me correctly. I could save you 40 hours, if not more, a week in the pre-trip planning alone. Now, those of you, both corporate and leisure, may be wondering, when will I receive my documentation surrounding the trip? There lies another good question. When booking a trip with me, first of all, I run you through every aspect, every analysis that I have thought of to ensure that you get only the best service possible. When the trip is booked, you will immediately receive the travel documentation from me as soon as it is produced. In most cases from the vendor, but I also do craft my own together for you. When it comes to that, You will receive the documentation in the following sequences: 31 days before departure, 14 days before departure, 24 hours before departure, and if you leave in the afternoon of the day of departure, you will be receiving something that day as well. This is to ensure that you have the most up-to-date information. I am always on call. I am here to help you at every corner. When working with me, there are key things that you will not find anywhere else in Grand Forks. For one, I'm the only agent. You won't be going from agent to agent to agent, which I know some of you might find distasteful. Because, okay, so my primary agent's out of the office, and now I have to deal with somebody else who doesn't understand all the aspects and all of the factors into the trip. That's not me. You will be dealing with me only, so you need not worry about a darn thing. About any of it. Know that you will be getting the best service available. You will be getting also the best savings available. Because I fight like a mad dog to get your rates lowered so that you get the most bang for your buck. The service of which you provide to me, of which I provide to you, makes no difference as to whether or not you are just an airline ticket, a one-night hotel room, a 5-night cruise, or a full-blown itinerary. You will get the same quality and level of service as everybody else does. I do not believe in segregating or segmenting a service quality based on the volume. Now on to the frequently asked questions portion. Once again, to clarify, for those of you that may be wondering, when will I be receiving my travel documentation? Well, once again, you will be receiving it 31 days before, 14 days before, 24 hours before, and sometimes even the day of travel. That is to ensure that you have the best quality of service. What are my hours of operation? Well, you had to ask. You see, therein lies another benefit of my service. I don't have set business hours. I am always available for all of you. I want you to feel and know that I am nothing but a phone call away. And everything that you do, everything that I do for you, is truly nothing but a phone call, text message, email away. What are my service fees? Well, internationally, domestically, my service fee for flights is $30. That is per person. So if you have 2 people traveling, that doesn't mean I'm going to run your car twice for $30. I'm just going to run your car for $60. I can figure the fee off of how many people are traveling, and I times the one-time service fee of $30 domestically times the number of people that are traveling. That is a one-time, non-refundable service fee. That is not charged until you give me your card information. Internationally, my fee is $50 and structured the same way. It is $50 per person. So if you have 2 people traveling, I'll just run your card for $100. Now, onto some relatively new suppliers that I have within my portfolio that I want to showcase to all of you. The first one is none other than the Hotel del Coronado in San Diego, California. Now, this resort is just beautiful. Only through me and my affiliation with my host agency can you achieve immediate complimentary VIP status. This resort is just beautiful as all could be. You are sitting on 26 pristine ocean property. You're not going to find anything like this in San Diego. You're not going to find anything else like this in San Diego. This building right over here actually sits on the National Registry of Historical Buildings because the oldest building on this property is 127 years old. Yes, that is right. This is a historical property for you history nuts. I mean, you've got everything. Your rooms are just beyond bafflingly beautiful. And you're really not gonna find, and I don't use this context lightly. I know some of you might think that I do, but I don't. I do not use this context lightly under any constituting circumstances. You are not going to find something as elegant as this. Prime example and a testament to this. Here's one of your rooms. Now this is just a standard room. But it is beautiful. I mean, look at the view you've got right behind me here. You won't find that view anywhere else. It is just beautiful. You have just everything that you could think of. You have ample storage. I mean, you've got so many things. I could go on and on and on and on for hours about this property. Because it is just beautiful. And once again, you will achieve VIP status at no added cost to you. So I mean, you're not going to find anything else like this in San Diego. It's beautiful. Then the next new vendor that I want to showcase to all of you welcome aboard Avalon Waterways. This is a river cruise company that deals with European river cruises. Now, imagine this in your head. Look at the background behind me. Look at this beautiful view. Imagine waking up to that every day. Every day, you have a different view in a different country. I mean, it's just beautiful. You're going to be seeing so much of a different culture, far beyond anything that you may have experienced with any other cruise line. these cruises, they're up there in price. They start anywhere from $3,300 to $6,000 a person, depending upon the complexities. Now, for those of you that may be wondering, you see that this is floor to ceiling, and you see the little lines right here. I want to make it all very clear to all of you. Yes, the gaps in between do have a treated plexiglass, so you need not worry about, sticking your foot in there and falling off the ship. Avalon has taken that into consideration. These bathrooms are unlike anything you are ever going to find at sea. They are more spacious, even honestly, than the bathroom in my apartment. So I mean, you've got space up the galore. I mean, it really is something that is truly to behold in and amongst yourself. I also specialize in Avalon Waterways. So I want to make you all very well aware that you can also book the supplier through me. And I will take care of everything for you. And I mean everything. Avalon is truly a company that when you ask somebody to explain it, that's the reaction. They look at you like a deer in headlights. Because it is very challenging to explain the type of service that you receive aboard an Avalon Waterways river cruise. It leaves people speechless. Now, on to obviously the next thing. And one that I am so very happy to share with all of you now. In approximately 80 days, 18 hours, and 10 minutes. I am going to be at none other than the Moon Palace Golf Resort and Spa in Cancun, Mexico. Now, this resort is truly, I know I've said this a lot in this video, but darn it all, I mean it. This resort truly does have something for everybody. This resort is gargantuan. It is a 3,700 room AI, all inclusive, not to be confused with artificial intelligence. It is a 3,700 room all inclusive resort. You have 15 different restaurants. You have well over 5 bars, 3 swim-up bars. You have a water park available for the kids. Now, I want to shed a little light on really why I say there's something to do here for everybody. Little ones, and I mean the little ones. You have a play area in and amongst yourself, secluded in your own part of the resort. Yes, Mom and Dad, they are supervised by licensed and well-trained staff of the resort. For the kids, and by kids I mean like 6 to 12, roughly. You pretty much can, you have your own area too. I'm not gonna lie, you have your own area, but you'll probably be with Mom and Dad a lot of the time. But now for the queens, you have your own area, which allow me to convert to that area for a moment. Here is your area. Now you have something really here that is ultimately designed for you in mind. You have Xboxes here, you have PlayStations, you have so many different gaming consoles, and you're also able to socialize with your own people. Now, for the teens, you also have your own area. In each individual station of this resort, you have your own area. Mom and Dad, lest I never forget about your needs. For the parents that are, well, say partiers, you have this beautiful nightclub, and I mean beautiful. It's huge. Picture doesn't really do it justice. This picture doesn't really do it justice. It is huge. Now, one thing to note, those of you that have visual impairments like yours truly, this club does have strobe lights. So if you have strobe light issues, I kind of encourage you to, I guess, avoid it. Or if they know that there's going to be strobe lights around, try not move around while those strobe lights are going on, because I understand personally how they could cause distortion to you. Now, for those of you that are golfers at this resort, you got this. This is a 27-hole Jack Nicklaus designed golf course. This course is both from heaven and from 6 feet under. Because my golf bag has gone there weighing 65 pounds. Strike that. My golf bag has gone there weighing 75 pounds. My golf bag will come back weighing 60. That's what I'm giving this course is. The sand on this course is imported from Chile, and the grass is imported from Portugal. I mean, it really is truly something of just this resort goes by a simple slogan. At Palace Resorts, you are not going to be dealing with all-inclusive. You're going to be dealing with awe-inclusive, leaving you at a state of awe at every corner. Now, the rooms in this hotel are nothing short of just unbelievable. Allow me to show you one. This is just one of the rooms. You have 2 beds. You have a you have a massive bathroom off to the side. Should you want to take a nice long soaking, you have the jacuzzi tub right here. Now, yes, as you can clearly see, there's a little bit of steps, but you got it all. Also at this resort, for those of you that may want to make your roommates, neighbors, friends a little bit jealous, you have complimentary calling to the US, Mexico, and Canada. Now, regarding the US calling, I want to make this kind of clear to all of you. You have to enter, and I'll just use my office number as an example. If you're calling into a US number from Mexico, you need to hit 1, and then once again, I'll just use my office number. 1-218-251-3064. But in your case, it would be 1, the area code, what you're calling, and the actual number itself. And the remaining 7 digits. So, you need not worry about that. The call may show that it's coming from Mexico, but it will be routed to the US tower. Now, during my time at this resort, this channel is going to see a massive influx of activity. And it might be a little bit delayed because the internet in Mexico is always a little spotty. But I will be more than happy. For those of you that have any questions, you are more than free to leave a comment as to any questions that you might have or anything that you would like me to cover or see during my time at this resort. I will be also venturing off to other resort properties within the area and having that information available for you as well. During my time, I also will be down here for a vacation. I will be treating it ultimately as such. I will have very limited access to my email. I do want to let you all know that I will be checking my email while I am gone, but I will only be doing that once a day. Well, actually 3 times a day, basically. Once right away in the morning, before I go to supper, and when I return back to my hotel room, if I'm not doing the bag. I'm going to put this in closing. I want to thank you all very much, very, very much, for, if you watched this entire video from beginning to end, the last 43 minutes of your time has been very greatly appreciated by me as the owner. I value each and every single one of you as a valued customer, whether you have not utilized my service before and are a prospect that come from this video, or whether you are a customer that has used me before. I value your business. I value you as a person. If you have any additional questions, please do not hesitate to contact me with my contact information that will be listed below. And I look forward to putting more and more content out for all of you in the future. Thank you all very much for your time. Have a great evening.